Welcome to The Peak, where becoming your best self is our goal. I'm Mike Mittman. On this week's episode, a safe place for children and teens who are in need of a home. The 100-year celebration of healthcare in the Warren community, and a local university where students learn science by doing science. All that and more coming up on The Peak. AM Luxe Apparel, located on the north side of Bethlehem, is the perfect shopping destination for affordable luxury items.
AM Luxe is a Bethlehem boutique that features women's apparel, accessories, and shoes. Let's go see what owner Marissa Ziegler has on the racks this season.
Hi, I'm Marissa Ziegler, and I'm the owner of AM Luxe, which is located in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. I got interested in the world of fashion somewhat by accident. My first job was in the service industry, where I had to wear a uniform every day. After many years of being in the retail industry, running stores across the United States, through a lot of support, family, and mentors, everyone said, "Why are you not opening your own business?" I then opened AM Luxe in 2015, and in opening AM Luxe, my mission was to provide a unique, curated collection of apparel and accessories for the sophisticated woman that was 40 and above. It was not about price, but it was about her feeling the individual attention. It was about giving back to the community where I did business, where my clients shopped, where employees worked. And so immediately I looked to get involved. Regardless of how small my contribution was, I wanted to be involved. It became about women supporting women and what were the local foundations or organizations I could give back that help support women. I've done the Women's 5K Classic, and we've had a team, and we continue to give back that way. And then I'm also very involved with the YWCA of Bethlehem. The best part of what I do is it brings me joy. Women in this community trust me. They trust me to push them a little bit into some new fashion looks, but know that I will never let them leave and not look great. This has become the place where women shop, but it is a community of women supporting women in every part of their lives.
AM Luxe is an affordable luxury lifestyle shop where urban elegance meets downtown charm. Check it out for yourself. I'm Katie, and that was a peek at the Valley.
What a great location, and I love how much they do to give back to the community. Up next, a nonprofit organization providing comprehensive care to children and young adults alike.
I was literally in between two trash cans at one point in my life. From that to now, I've just become like a different person. I ran away when I was 13. My parents come from a different type of culture. Growing up, I was getting my marriage arranged, so I didn't want that at 13. I was in a shelter last year, and now I'm here.
The Children's Home of Easton has been around since 1885. Children come to us from all different counties of Pennsylvania, very traumatized. They're good children, just had some really bad circumstances. So they come to us in need of supervision, direction, guidance. Simultaneously, we try and do some work with the family, get them back on track with our ultimate goal, get them back with their family or become self-sufficient young adults.
They gave me a place to live. They helped me with any questions, any problems as a young adult I would have, and they offer me like financial support, educational support, like a lot of different programs. Like I really recommend it for anybody.
The Children's Home of Easton offers a continuum of care with many different programs and services. They can range from emergency shelter care to our campus group homes, community group homes, intensive family foster homes in the community. Our ultimate goal is to have each child have an individualized plan to achieve their accomplishments, and that might be returning home, it might be returning to family, it might be moving on to complete independence. But it's all definitely individually based. We really look at building on the strengths and the skills they have.
It feels like for the first time in my life, I actually have power over my life. Growing up, people make decisions for you, especially in the system. Being in this program, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I really think it's very important to support the children's home because this is basically home for a lot of different kids.
Children's Home of Easton is definitely needed in the community and belongs here. We've been here for a long time, and we're a resource. And we're not just for the child themselves, it can be for the child, for their family. All of us know life is hard. Many things happen to people unexpectedly. We're there to help with some traumatized young men and women and their families and help them get what they need to be successful.
This is a place of change, a place of hope. For me, it's really about opportunity. This is my home for now, and honestly, if people weren't supporting it, I wouldn't be here.
It's okay to go get help. You can call us. You can call our main number. Life is so crazy. We as adults don't always have all the right answers, but I assure you, if you come to us, we're going to give you some answers, and we're going to help you develop your own roadmap to achieve the goals you're setting forth in your life. So please don't be afraid to ask for help. We're there. You matter. Be you. And if you need some help, that's okay. We're here for you.
The Children's Home of Easton is such an important resource in our community. Coming up, how St. Luke's Warren campus serves the greater Phillipsburg community. St. Luke's Warren campus is celebrating 100 years by providing exceptional health care and supporting the community they serve. Take a look.
The Warren campus has been a vital part of the greater Phillipsburg and Warren County community for 100 years.
Warren campus became part of St. Luke's University Health Network in February 2012. And since that time, we've added a lot of new services here. We have a brand new ED, we have a brand new ICU and an infusion center, and we have a brand new state-of-the-art cardiac cath lab, as well as an interventional radiology suite, the most state-of-the-art across the entire network. We also have brought in brand new specialists that we've never seen on the campus before, including bariatric surgery and gynecologic oncology.
The Warren campus has been here for a century, and we're really proud of that. You know, serving our community here, having that opportunity is really fantastic.
I've worked with St. Luke's Warren campus for multiple years through different jobs throughout the county. This is one of our 2 primary hospitals that we do transport people to. All the nurses are right there as soon as you walk in. The doctors are always willing to listen and ask questions. All of my EMTs of my organization absolutely love that about St. Luke's Warren.
Back in 2005, my husband had a heart attack, and he was brought here, and I couldn't say enough good things about the kindness, the service, and that's why I came back here to volunteer once I retired. Everyone is so friendly and helpful, and it's just a nice place to volunteer.
I think because it's a relatively small community hospital, it gives a lot of attention to detail. And so when we treat our patients, we feel that we're able to give them just a very nice amount of attention, and the patient really feels that.
We've spent a good amount of investment in the facilities here, in developing satellite campuses, in adding specialties and programs that weren't here prior to Warren Hospital joining St. Luke's University Health Network. So there were a myriad of things that we did.
One of the things that we're really proud of is our advanced ICU care. When COVID hit, one of the first therapies we use for our patients is called proning, and that's when the patient is put on their stomachs. And you have to have a special bed to do that because most of these patients are intubated They have tubes and catheters and IV lines, and it's really complicated, but we're able to do the proning here, which in the very first stages of COVID has been shown to really help these patients.
We also opened up new Care Now centers, which are our urgent care centers. Along with those Care Now facilities, we have ancillary services, physical therapy, and specialty physician service rotations at each of those sites. They can now get those services closer to where they live and not even come to our main campus for those services.
I feel very fortunate to have quite a bit of involvement in our community. It started really with my involvement with the high schools, taking care of various sports teams. We were able to recently extend that to being more of an academic experience for the kids, to be able to help them to learn some anatomy. It's a really great opportunity to have them get their hands on the cadaver, to be able to learn dissection, to be able to learn what the anatomy looks like. It's just been a great experience for me as a teacher, and it really seems like it's been a wonderful experience for the students to be able to get this very unique exposure to a fairly complex topic.
From a medical perspective, we're the largest medical provider in Warren County, and we believe that the more services that we can produce for this county, the more we can address their issues here and not require them being shipped elsewhere for that care. We think that what St. Luke's has grown into and what we can grow into going into the future in New Jersey, and through our relationship with RWJ Barnabas, we're going to be even more of a solution for the community. They need to have confidence in the caregivers who they live by.
I started here in 1998. I thought I'd be here for a year or two, and I actually fell in love with the community, with the staff. Most of our staff in my department have been here as long as I've been here, which is a testament to this hospital. It's a very family-oriented hospital. We take care of our patients, take care of their families, something that the patients really treasure when they come to our campus.
Joining me today is Karen Cubert. She serves as the president of the Board of Trustees for the St. Luke's Warren campus. Thanks for being here, Karen.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Tell me why you joined the Board of Trustees for St. Luke's Warren campus.
Well, when I joined back in 2002, I was the director of human services for Warren County, and I had certain skills and issues that I wanted to bring to the board. I decided that I needed to bring those skills out into the community and let people know what it is the county offers, because I found that a lot of people didn't know that. They didn't even know what services were in their backyard, but more importantly, to integrate between the community, the county, and the hospital to try to develop policies and services together. And that's why I decided to join the board.
And for people who may not be familiar, for a hospital board of trustees, in what capacity do you serve? What kind of oversight do you offer? And how do you really help in the workflow and the success of a hospital campus?
I think we are in a unique position under Scott Wolf's leadership, because although we are an advisory board to the network board, he never makes us feel that way. He looks to us for opinions. He consults with us on policy, on issues, and that's what we're there for, to bring the community perceptions and problems and barriers to him, to help him decide, how is the hospital going to help? Can the hospital help? Is it better for the hospital to try to refer to somebody else? We don't think that we're the only institution that can help, but we do see ourselves as somebody that can reach out to a lot of different stakeholders. And that's what the board does. It tries to bring that perspective to administration.
And you mentioned Warren campus being part of the larger St. Luke's University Health Network. Tell me a little bit about the growth you've seen since St. Luke's has been a part of the Warren campus. It's been around for 100 years, but there's been so much substantial investment in the hospital and in this campus since St. Luke's took over. Tell us a little bit about that.
So it's been amazing to me to watch the growth, because when I was working for the county and we were reaching out to all of the community agencies, including Warren Hospital, the services were not as robust as you might find in a more urban county. So we were always trying to coordinate with all of the services. And that's what I did in my job as Human Services Director with Warren Hospital. And at the time, they were very limited as a hospital. They were a standalone hospital. They took in the poor, the disadvantaged, the disabled, didn't get paid for it. And that really was their mission, is to not turn anybody away and to provide their service regardless of the ability to pay. What I saw in terms of growth was when Warren Hospital decided to become part of St. Luke's, and they invested their resources into the hospital as far as building structure, the amount of services that they added, the linkages with all of the other hospitals in the network provided a continuum for residents that just wasn't there before. It was an amazing, to me, kind of story, because then we became a 5-star hospital. And that has happened now for 2 years, and we had never achieved that before Scott came on board.
As someone who's part of the St. Luke's community, why are you proud to serve in the role that you do? And where do you see this campus going for the next 100 years? I mean, what's to come?
We just want to expand, provide services to people close to home, and become better and better. And that's an amazing journey for me, because I've watched it grow for 20 years. And it's changed so much from a little tiny community hospital struggling to provide the best it could to this emerging hospital that will reach out and try to touch everybody that needs services.
It's really such a multifactorial model, and it's amazing to see the reach and the influence that it's had in the Warren area. So thank you, Karen, so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Please stay tuned. This is The Peak.
Lehigh Valley Reads is an inspiring program bringing awareness to the importance of reading and diverse representation in books. Let's hear Marissa's story.
But which of you is the bride? Asked the bees. How can we be brides bees if we don't know who the bride is? My name is Marissa Ziegler, and I'm a first grade teacher in a school in northern Northampton County. We live in Breiningsville, my wife and my 2 children, Eden and Harrison. They're 7-year-old twins. When you come out, it can be very lonely. So the subtle message that you get when you see no books that are about you is that your story doesn't matter, your voice doesn't matter, your story has no value. As a white female with a mom and a dad, that kind of story is told a lot, and so that part of me was represented. And it wasn't really until high school that I realized that I was gay, and then I started to search out stories that had these dynamic LGBTQ characters. The more diversity that you have in stories, especially when I was a kid, if I had seen that more often, I feel like, it maybe wouldn't have taken me until college to be like, whoa, what is all of this? I can be the bride, says Worm. I can too, says Worm. We don't only search out books that represent our family, but books that represent a multitude of families. The biggest change that I would like to see is that we start centering Black, brown, queer, disabled youth voices. It just changes the way that you see things.
Moravian's mission is to instill an understanding and appreciation of the common thread that connects modern biological study at all levels. Take a look.
Hello, I'm Dr. Cecilia Fox, Chair of the Department of Biological Sciences and Director of the Neuroscience Program here at Moravian College. Today we're going to visit some of the labs and classrooms where students learn science by doing science, and where faculty teach in innovative ways, and where they collaborate with one another through research projects in our labs to strengthen their foundation of their studies and to prepare them for their journey beyond Moravian College. Whether it be in the healthcare professions, scientific research, education, or many other possibilities.
What makes Moravian unique is the relationship that instructors form with their students.
We are very supportive at Moravian. We work very hard to help our students achieve their goals, but students need to realize that, yeah, it's work.
So here is our cell culture room that we use to generate samples both for teaching as well as having our research students work in here. We have a microscope. We supply our cells with CO2 gas because they need to be under special 5% CO2 conditions. And the cells are grown in these incubators that are set at 37 degrees Celsius to keep them nice and happy.
We have quite a bit of impressive equipment. You'll see this in all of our research labs.
So our microscopes come equipped with cameras that can communicate with the students' iPads. And so students can visualize their specimens, photograph them, and analyze them later.
A lot of our students get involved in undergraduate research. They're in field courses from even their first semester at Moravian.
Despite the fact that we're such a small school, we have a wide range of interest and expertise.
We really try to make our labs an authentic experience for students.
These are the stereotaxic frames that my students use in creating a rat model of Parkinson's disease. This is the footfall test, and my research students are actually going to demonstrate how the animals actually have to traverse this particular structure. What we're going to see is that in healthy animals, they are usually able to walk across the ladder pretty effectively, but animals who have been lesioned tend to struggle with this particular task.
A lot of the classes have a field component to them, and so in this case we're going out into the stream here. And students are going to be collecting small animals that are living in the stream.
And so they're going to use a seine, they're dressed in hip waders, and they're going to go into the stream and capture some of the macroinvertebrates that we use as an indicator of stream health.
One of the most important things that students take away from this program, other than all of the skills that they learn, is confidence. We offer students as an opportunity to have lots of hands-on experience. You're not just doing things in a big group, you're doing things in smaller groups and on your own so you can gain that confidence.
Our students are really well prepared because they get this real hands-on experience in doing the research alongside their faculty mentors. And for many of us, our research students are our colleagues, and so they really do develop a lot of the critical thinking skills, the public speaking skills that are really important in today's world.
These state-of-the-art facilities offer many opportunities for students to enhance their education and future careers. I'm Mike Mittman. Thanks for watching. To learn more about anything from today's show, just go to our website at thepeaktv.com. And remember, every day is an opportunity to be your best self. This is The Peak. And that was a truck.
I like your commitment. You followed it through to the end.
Portions of this program were paid for by St. Luke's University Health Network. The Peak TV is a production of ASR Media.
If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
To see more of the Peak TV, check out our website, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and catch us on WFMZ Channel 69.